Barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. So I couldn't do my video. I was charged up listening to Trill Boxing Talk this morning, man. Oh man, I'm gonna tell you about my morning real quick. So I get up 6 o'clock in the morning, go do my run, and on my way to my run, my neighbor's outside crying. Like she's an older woman, Japanese woman, about 88, 89 years old, and her little dog got ate up and basically murdered by the next door neighbor. She had 2 Akitos, you know what I mean? And she had a Shih Tzu, you know, them little dogs, and Akitas, big dogs, you know? And she had to put her to sleep yesterday. And then I go for my run and yada, yada, yada. Then I get my DM start blowing up. Man, y'all be on y'all shit, man. Deontay Wilder released a tweet, you know what I mean? And, you know, I had compassion in my heart for my neighbor. I was running. I was like, damn, that, because pets become neighbors' best friends. You know what I mean? And you know, she's an older woman, still married, husband still alive. And it was just awful that the neighbor, the second house from my house, ate her dog. So we're all neighbors in the same community, you know, and it kind of messed up my morning run. And then I get the text, and I was thankful that Deontay Wilder responded to Andre Ward, because it's important that that Deontay Wilder respond to Andre Ward, and he did in such a manner which I thought was as prophetic as it could be. And the most important word he used to me: fuck what y'all talking about. I don't give a fuck. I am a black man. I grew up in the hood. I made it out, but I still go to the hood every fucking day, whether I'm verbally inspiring or my presence is inspiring or I'm giving, just like y'all. You know, when you guys donate to Trill Boxing Talk, you inspiring them to keep on giving us content. When you buy that young man on the corner a Arizona iced tea, a bag of chips, you pat him on the back, you drive by the school, you give him candy, you give him positive words, you take the neighbor out with your son to go shoot basketball. We're building a better community, right? And with that being said, I thought it was so eloquent in this day and age, 2019, when Deontay Wilder got corporate sponsors up the yin-yang. Corporate sponsors up the yin-yang. Multi-millionaire. Fox wants him. Showtime wants him. I'm sure he probably can get a shoe deal. I'm sure he can probably get all those local things, all them local marketing dollars, advertising dollars, sponsorship dollars in Alabama and down in the Delta and the Bayou and all that region. He said, my nig. And that's exactly what the fuck I was aiming for with Andre Ward. And he deflected and escaped by using that shit. Oh, my dad was halfway. And that pause that I had right now was that emotion that ran through me. And I said, I want to go off on Andre Ward when he said that. I said, no, I can't do that here. There's 20 cameras around. I'm going to get kicked out. They going to say I'm mad. If Andre Ward walks away, it can be like, you know, I would be in the wrong. So I bit my tongue and I let him speak. You have no idea when a black man deflects, and then becomes inferior and makes his culture belittles his culture, that's hurtful. You understand? It's like Black Fight Family alluded this on Trill Boxing Talk, and I did multiple videos on this. Feel free to go back. I've said it in multiple videos, even if it wasn't titled. Maybe it wasn't titled in all of them. But when Teddy Atlas told Andre Ward and Terrence Crawford to his face that Lomachenko was better than him, and they said nothing, I'm gonna repeat what I said. Teddy Atlas and Timothy Bradley side by side. Terrence Crawford, Andre Ward. Timothy Bradley didn't rebuttal. Teddy Atlas spews what he believes, and Andre Ward said nothing. Did you see the look on Andre Ward's face? And he didn't say anything. Terrence Crawford didn't say anything. As soon as he said that, I dropped the video defending him. As soon as Teddy Atlas said that shit, I was like, hold up. This nigga got one loss with 12 fights, 10 fights at the time? I don't know. I'm not saying Lomachenko isn't good, but you got to respect these niggas. Undefeated, unified world champions, undisputed on one end. And you don't give these niggas no respect. But the moment we ask you to be black, and you ain't even gotta be hard black, you just gotta acknowledge us, and you take that step aside move. Come on, man. Come on, man. That's hogwash. That's bullshit. I fucking respect Deontay Wilder. You have no idea for doing what he did, man, in that moment. I got, man, you know how hard it is to be black in America? Y'all don't fully grasp. I mean, my black men understand. And we protect our black women so much so they don't really see the pain that we have to go through. You understand? But being a black man in America is fucking tough. If you don't understand, look, watch how Andre Ward move. That tells you he's a fucking millionaire. Has never lost since he was 11 years old. And he's still on his knees with his hands in the air asking for a fucking handout. You think it's easy being black in America? Andre Ward and Timothy Bradley ain't got to take that shit from ESPN. I fucking turned down a 6-figure deal from ESPN because I didn't want them owning me, working 18 hours a day. I got to wear a suit and tie. Like, I wear sweats every fucking day. And I make my money. And I support my family just like y'all do. I'm not saying not having a... You can have a boss, but you got to have your dignity intact. You got to have your self-respect intact. Listen, I said this countless times on my video. The reason why I respect Deontay Wilder and Errol Spence is because Deontay Wilder should have been talking about the Anthony Joshua fight, which was a $50 million fight. And this was in September or August of this year or last year. Last year, I believe. And Errol Spence could have been talking about a mega fight with somebody else, whatever the case may be. They had a 2-person press conference, right? And what they talked about was Colin Kaepernick. I thought that was I thought that was classy. I thought that was like, wow, I respect that. I don't, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, I can have love, admiration, respect for you. The moment you put the culture that we live in below how much money you make, your relationships with white people and all this shit, it's fuck. I lose respect for you. And people make mistakes. We gave Andre Ward a chance. He didn't. He was prideful. He didn't expect. See, you don't understand. I don't give a fuck what non-black people say in the comment section. I don't care what coon black people say in the comment section. I don't care the malicious hate that they have for me. I don't care when reporters come up to me and say, why you so pro-black? Why you Malcolm X? Why you Elijah Muhammad? Don't bother me one bit. Because you know what I got? I got a key to a house. I'm a king in that motherfucking house. That's all that matters to me. That's all. Do I get fatigued sometimes? Yeah, but guess what? Once I recharge that motherfucking battery, I'm out there grinding again. I'm not stopping because I have a goal in this shit. To empower these black fighters and let them know they can be black. When it's great, they can be black. And in turmoil, they can be black. And when your fucking ass retire, you're going to have about 500,000 black fans, 1 million black fans that will support you when you go on your memorabilia tour. When you get endorsed, hopefully you get a George Foreman girl contract and it blows up. You can come back to us and you can make a living promoting whatever you need to promote. You understand what I'm saying? My platform isn't geared towards everybody. I'm not wavering. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Don't give a fuck. You cannot give me a credential. You can talk shit behind my back. You can email fighters and text fighters what I say about them. Whatever I say in these videos, I can say to their face. I'm telling you, when I unlock my door to my house, I'm a motherfucking king. I own where I live. And y'all need to understand that shit. All y'all motherfucking jumping on one side, tap dancing on the other side. Be a fucking man. Everybody want to be a man until it's time to be a man. And everybody want to be a proud black man until it's time to be a proud black man. Y'all know it. Y'all know y'all making 50 cents on the dollar compared to the white man. Y'all know it. We know it. And yet and still, you still want to bug them. Teddy Atlas said, you piece of shit, you number 2. Teddy Atlas said, you piece of shit, you number 2 and number 3. But this white man over here, Lomachenko, is better than you. Andre Ward was endorsed by Jay Prince and paid by Jay-Z, quote unquote rock boxing, whatever it was. And yet, he had black men on the front side of him. And yet, when I asked him a black question about the fans that supported him, about the fans that fucking rolled with this nigga through thick and thin, Andre Ward forgot when he only had 6,000 people at Oracle, wherever. It wasn't Oracle then. I don't know what that arena was called. I watched the fight on TV. 80%. He forgot about the niggas that was fucking on International Avenue, fucking with this nigga all motherfucking day. That's the only street I know down there that's black. You know what I mean? That's in the hood, International Boulevard. I think they renamed it, right? But they was fucking with that nigga. He forgot about it was 80% black men in the motherfucking audience rocking with this nigga. Heavy. I saw it with my own eyes. It was half full. I don't give a fuck it was half full, but we were there. White motherfuckers wasn't coming down in droves. You ain't got no fucking big time white endorsement. What you got, Jordan? Well, that's a big time endorsement. Excuse me, I stand corrected. But beyond that, I mean, well, you got ESPN, so I stand corrected on that. But listen, I'm going to explain something to you, and I hope this resonates with everybody. I have two beautiful mixed kids. Two beautiful mixed kids. You go to my Instagram, they're fucking gorgeous, right? In my house, they're beautiful mixed kids. Beautiful. When they go to grandmas and grandpas and Asian side of the family, they're beautiful mixed kids. Beautiful mixed kids. They're amazing. But when we walking down Crenshaw, when we walk into the Fox Hills Mall, when we go into the Crenshaw Mall, when we go into these food fests, when we driving down Crenshaw, when we driving down Manchester, Florence, that's a black son I have in my passenger seat. That's a little black girl I have in my car seat. There's no card you can give a police officer. And 78 said this as well. There's no black card you can give a police officer and say, officer, hold up, don't kill her. She's half black. She's only half black. She got Asian in. I can't say that. I can't say that. I tell Dre all the time. All the time. I don't know if she's experienced it. If she has, she hasn't told me about it. But people are not gonna like you. You understand? People may not like you. But I want you to know, I will make your bed every time you walk in this motherfucking house. Every time you will have a shoulder and a pillow to rest your head and a shoulder to cry on. I got you. We ain't asking for no fucking handouts. Whatever we don't have, daddy will fucking get in the dirt, get in the soil, and make it fucking happen. We ain't asking for no handouts. We gonna serve our community and raise these two kids to the best of our fucking ability. But I know this. I'm accepting reality. Do I know they half Asian? Yeah. But they're black. You think the one-drop rule stopped when Emancipation Proclamation went into effect? No, nigga. Still, one-drop rule still effective. That we getting paid 50 cents on the dollar, man. 55 cents on the dollar. Andre Ward, you not making more money than Mark Kriegel. You ain't making more money than that nigga. I bet you know more than him. But I guarantee you're not making more money than him. Y'all niggas gotta wake up. And let this be a lesson learned to every black fighter. Every fucking black fighter, from this nigga 0-0, Deontay. I ain't gotta use Deontay Wilder's name in this because he gets it. I can call that. Not even I can call that nigga right now. He will either pick up or say, send me a text. I call you back. Swear to God. I'm being real. Y'all niggas don't forget. Don't forget. Please do not forget. Please do not forget. I don't care how big your tree grows. We are the sun. All right? All these black fighters, don't forget, when you get 40 and you fucking retire, they're gonna forget about you. Sugar Ray Leonard ain't got no job right now. Well, he got a job with the Zone finally. Niggas ain't hiring niggas. Hitman Hearn ain't got a job because he can't talk. Mike Tyson ain't got a job. He out here hustling. I'm trying to tell y'all black fighters, man. Don't abandon us. Because guess what's going to happen in 2 years? I'm going to have 100,000 followers. My brand is only going to get bigger because I'm a real nigga. And I'm going to make mistakes along the way. But guess what? I'm going to admit my mistakes and keep it trucking. I'm going to have some cool moments. I'm not going to be perfect. I'm not going to sit here and say, I'm King Black Nigga Fred. I'm nowhere near that. I'm a work in progress. But the one thing I do know is that I'm a black man in America. And the one thing I want you to fucking fully understand, you're a black man in America. And I'm not putting no picture on this. I want y'all to see my fucking passion. I want y'all to see my black skin when I tell you this story. Because there's no way in hell on God's green. I don't care if I never talk to Andre Ward, Timothy Bradley again. I haven't even watched that interview. I will never watch that interview again because it hurts me when a black man can't recognize that he's black in the midst of white people. I can't handle that. I'd rather just leave it alone and go on with my life. And people say, and to correct them, you're tearing another brother down. Andre Ward literally attempted to take millions of dollars out of Deontay Wilder's pocket by telling Tyson Fury he should go get Anthony Joshua. That's $50 million out of Deontay Wilder's pocket he could potentially be missing on. You know how many videos I made telling Triple G he needs to move up to 68 or catch weight 64 and fight Andre Ward? You know how many times I basically called him a coward for not fighting Andre Ward? You know what I mean? I called Abel, just to correct his ass, I called Abel Sanchez and had a 90-minute interview with Abel Sanchez. And you know what Abel Sanchez did? I called that nigga. Swear before God. Swear, this is how real Abel, this is why I respect Abel Sanchez. We never fucking agree. Only thing we agree on is that we love boxing. That's the only fucking thing. I called Abel Sanchez. I have a new phone or else I would show y'all. Well, I can't because I'm on this phone. I said, Abel, what's up? I need an interview. He knew exactly who the fuck I was. He says, you know what? I'm doing a photo shoot with Triple G for something. I'm gonna call you back. Don't you know that nigga called me when he said he was gonna call me, and we went live. And we had a 90-minute live. He never budged. He never moved. He stood his ground. But guess what? He had the same energy. Andre Ward, same energy for Tyson Fury. You must have, you had it for Deontay Wilder. You got to have it for Tyson Fury. That's all I'm saying. Be a real nigga when it's time to be a real nigga. All this shit trying to be more, ain't nobody trying to be more black than nobody. I'm black. And the one thing I'm going to do is empower my black men, period. Because I know, I know. Funny thing is I know. And I put it into action. I see the realization of this shit. I see it. Listen, 78 ain't got to come on this fucking thing and fucking, this motherfucker own property. Black Fight Fan ain't got to come on this shit and do videos and every other brother on there ain't got to come in. They got great jobs. They got jobs for a living. We ain't making astronomical money on this YouTube shit. We make just enough money to take us out maybe twice a month. You know, it ain't nothing astronomical. I'm not downplaying it. I'm grateful and thankful. You know, monetarily, I want to be appreciated. I want to be compensated. I'm not denying that. All right. I'm not saying I live here off of love and shit. Niggas pay rent. If niggas don't pay rent, I'm knocking on their fucking door. Period. End of discussion. I tell all my tenants, I'm telling you don't pay your rent, I'm knocking on your fucking door. Period. I don't play when it comes to this shit. I want to get compensated. That $150,000, that $200,000 that I invested in that property for my kids, I'm not letting that shit go to waste. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it 100. And that's all I ask. That's all I ask is that we be black when it's time to be black. That's it. I dare you. Jay-Z, he don't talk about it. Paid Lil Wayne's taxes. Done bailed out hundreds of black men. Jay Prince done put so much money on people's books that I done heard about. Done bailed so many niggas out of jail. Done got so many niggas jobs. Done helped out so many black fighters. And done, man. Done forgave niggas that owe. Jay Prince done forgave black men that owe him hundreds of thousands of dollars that I know about. That physically have borrowed money from him. He said, nah, fuck it. I'm being real with you guys. These are stories I heard, you know? I'm being as real as I can be. Just moved on. Life goes on. But for Andre Ward not to be black in the blackest moment, and thank you, Deontay Wilder, for using that word, my nigga. Because that's where I was coming from, and I was trying to explain to y'all. I was coming from, listen, I'm a fan of boxing. I'm just grateful that y'all love my opinion. I'm grateful. I don't take that shit. I don't get on here and brag or boast. Well, I do sometimes. But that's not the premise of this fucking channel. What Meek Mill say? I brag about my shit on the ground because it's to inspire you. I came from fucking nothing. Got laid off at 27. Got laid off at 27 with a girl in med school. Don't you understand that shit? Came from nothing. And I still remain black. I could have got a fucking corporate job with my degree, make $70,000, working 12 hours. No, I said, you know what? I'm going to hustle this shit. If I got to borrow money from 10 people, I'm getting your ass through med school. We getting your ass through med school. We are getting your ass through med school. By hook or crook, we are getting your ass through med school. I don't give a you. Your ass, just come home. Come home. Study. I'll take care of everything. Go work out. Go do whatever you need to do. But we going to get your ass through med school. That is the goal. And it happened. I didn't run away on the 29th and say, oh, I don't know what we going to do. No, we made it happen. And that same energy that it took for me to stay and be a man is the same energy I expected from Andre Ward as it relates to being a man. Keep the same, I've never used that term, keep the same energy. I'm going to start using it now. But Andre Ward, you didn't keep the same energy. Be a man. You haven't called out Tyson Fury. Now, it's to a point now, the respect is gone. You look for validation in a white man. That's the one thing you will never, ever, listen, I told a white, oh, man, I ain't going to do it. I ain't going to do it. I ain't going to do it. But media members know. Fred ain't, everybody know. I'm going to be black. Man. I'm going to tell y'all that story at some point. But, listen. Credentials is not over my culture. My money is not over my culture. My love for boxing is not above my culture. My culture is here. Kim Kardashian's fam, the Kardashians can be billionaires, and yet we can't honor us? Man, come on, man. Come on, man. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. You already got the fucking money. Tim Bradley, you already got the money. You done fought Timothy Bradley and Marquez 18 times. You got the money. Andre Ward, you got the money. You got the accolades. Be black. Your son is black. You got 4 or 5 kids. Beautiful family. Beautiful wife. She stands by you like no other. I admire you. Man, for real. I interviewed her maybe twice in my life. Beautiful woman, strong, graceful, elegant, speaks well, articulate, graceful, God-fearing. But the one thing your kids got to be when they're not in your presence and they walk into school, because at 14, maybe at 16, you're going to get them their own car. You got 5 kids. You got to give somebody their car. You can't take everybody to school. They're going to have their own car. And guess what? You better remind them niggas, roll down all 4 windows, hands on 10 and 2. You better remind them niggas, pull over in a well-lit spot, 10 and 2, windows down. Ask the officer, can you get your ID? Don't go rig, because they're black. There's no, my grandfather is Irish. No. You make one forced move. You make one forced move on that BART station, your kids gonna take the BART when they go on the University of San Francisco State, Mills College. I don't know, there's some colleges out there, I don't know. Bill Russell won 2 championships for San Francisco and still ain't been back. Bill Cartwright was the player of the year at San Francisco, if I'm not mistaken, and I rarely see him. I've never seen him go back. I'm not saying they haven't gone back, but there's some level of resentment, I believe. Bill Russell is a top 5 man in the history of the 20th century. Top 10 man, black man in in the history of the 20th century, standing on his square, standing on his principle. You get what I'm saying? When Andre Ward, when your kids get on that BART, they're black. When your kids drive, they're black. All right, and we got to teach these men the principles. All right? Do I want my son to be successful? Yes. Do I want my son not to go through these strife? But I know before he dies, he's going to get pulled over by a police officer. White, black, Mexican, I don't know what he is. But I want that motherfucker to come home. I love my son. I want him to come home. And at the end of the day, that's above boxing. And I'm teaching all y'all niggas this. I'm teaching y'all, and I'm also living this life. I'm living this life every fucking day. I live in a well-to-do neighborhood and got pulled over twice. One at gunpoint in a $200,000 car at fucking gunpoint. A black police officer at gunpoint pulled me over. Well, I was already pulled. I was on the phone. I couldn't. My call drops when I go up the hill. You get what I'm saying? Anyways, man, I love y'all. I fucking love y'all. And Andre Ward, I'm gonna be real. See, people think. See, if Gucci make a mistake, they put out an apology immediately. When a black man make a mistake against a black man, they get prideful and say, "Listen, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong." Nothing's above the culture to me. Nothing is above the culture to me, and I need y'all to fully grasp and understand this. I'm gonna be a man. If 10 niggas can kick my ass, they kick my ass. They gonna have to catch me though. I still got a little speed of it. You know what I mean? And I love y'all from the depths of my spirit. I love y'all. And I want to say thank you to Deontay Wilder. And this is why I tell y'all, if you got a YouTube channel, you powerful, man. If you got and I'm saying he watched my channel. I'm not saying he did that. But the energy, one video leads to another video, 2 videos leads to an article. That 2 videos or article leads to 10 Instagram posts. And it goes on and on. Next thing you know, they tag Deontay Wilder. He goes back and says, "Man, 10 people done tagged me in this shit. I think I need to watch this." They're human too. You know what? Go through my videos. Just go through them when I'm doing interviews. Like when I'm panoramic views. Watch how many fighters are on their phone scrolling through Instagram. Just go through everybody's YouTube channel. And in the background, you'll see all these fucking fighters going through their posts, going through their tweets, in their DM, seeing who they fucking tonight, seeing what they doing tonight. I'm being real. Social media and YouTube rule the world. Earl Spence said on national TV, respect to Ellie. He said Ellie's setback's name on national TV, y'all. Somebody said, "Oh, nah, the nigga, Ellie's been dominating the motherfucking narrative as it relates to this fight." I've done my part, but I'm not in the Garcia's gym. If I was in Texas, I'm telling you, I'll be outside Earl Spence gym every day if he didn't let me in. I would get 2 minutes with that nigga every day just for y'all. Just to help him make money. I'm being G with y'all. I want Earl Spence to get all the fucking money. I want Deontay Wilder to get all the money. I want Mikey Garcia to get all the money. I want the Charlos to get all the money. I want the Herds to get all the money. And the list goes on and on and on. I wanted Andre Ward to get all the money. More important, I wanted Andre Ward to get the respect he deserved. He ain't lost since he was 11 to 12 years old. And I'm bothered by that. So anyways, man, Barbershop Conversations. I'm at Planet Fitness. Whoosh. I love y'all, man. Like, I genuinely love y'all. You have no idea how much love I have in my heart for black men. You have no idea. You have no idea. I've been through it. I've been through hell. I've been home. I was homeless for 2 years. Homeless for 2 years with a college degree. I did it the white man's way. They didn't pay me enough because I couldn't afford a rent. I didn't have first and last month's rent to get an apartment. I had to sleep on my best friend's couch, sleep in the car. Being real with you guys, man. From 22 to 24, I was homeless, man. Homeless. With a college degree, nigga. Barbershop Conversations, man. I love y'all. I love y'all. Ain't no doubt about it. No. I'm gone, man. Peace.